Oh yeah, you're surprised that Jessica's old clothes fit Erika so well? Alright, Nazi. And alright guys, welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. I'm recording this early in the morning. Last night I watched One Piece film Red, woo, cause it's finally come out. Here in Norway, of course it comes out late for us, but hey, at least I got to watch it in theaters. And also, anime movies in Norway is insane. Alright, like getting anime movies in Norway, it's unbelievable. Let's just say this: 7 years ago would have been impossible. Like One Piece Stampede, by the way, that came out 3 years ago. That was not in theaters in Norway. Uh, Film Gold wasn't in Norway. Film Z wasn't in Norway. But anime is finally starting to get popular enough in the West and in Norway to the point where they're actually screening it. They're not advertising it, admittedly, because when I did go to the theater, there was no One Piece film red posters, no advertisements, but you could watch it basically. So yeah, and weirdly enough, it didn't give me information of whether it was going to be subbed or dubbed. You know what I mean? Because I have watched an anime movie in theaters before, or in a movie theater before, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. When that came out, I believe it was 8 months ago or something, like at the start of the year ish. That came out over here, and I remember watching that, and that gave information. That gave us the information it was going to be Japanese audio, right? Like the Japanese voice acting, but with Norwegian text. And obviously, I'm fine with Norwegian text. I'm fine reading Norwegian subtitles. No issues is there. Even though I'm much more used to reading English subtitles, weirdly enough. But it's fine. I can read Norwegian. I don't really care. But for this movie, there was no information about it. So I was there like, please don't be dubbed. Please don't. Because I know they've dubbed the movie. And some of the dub voice actors are really good. To be fair, I know Amalie or Emily. I think she's the one doing Uta's voice actress in dub, and Emily's a famous YouTube anime music dubbing song girl. I don't know. You guys have probably heard of her. I don't know. Emily. She's the dub voice actress for Uta, and the voice actor for Shanks is really good too in the dubbed. I'm not a big fan of Luffy's and a lot of the Straw Hats voice actors in the dubbed. Anyway, luckily it ended up being in subbed with Norwegian text, so I could read it, and the movie was good. And yeah, came back from watching the movie, went to sleep, woke up, and now I'm recording Umineko. Let's go. Alright, anyway, let's recap last part. We're done talking about the film. But basically, I'm happy anime is becoming big enough in the West, and most importantly, Norway. Scandinavia in general is we're not big into anime and stuff like that, and manga and that medium from Japan. So, uh, definitely it's definitely gaining traction in recent years, from what I've seen. More and more people are getting into it, so that's nice. Anyway, let's see. Let's continue with Echo. So, last time we had Erika Furudo introducing herself to the family, and our theory about canon, Shannon, got debunked. But I still think that uh, regardless, that Kanon's corpse not being found at the end of every episode has is the direct connection to the culprit, or there's something there that is gonna lead us to find who the culprit is. That's my opinion. Because how else are you gonna explain how Kanon's corpse is disappearing every episode? Beto can confirm Kanon is not the culprit all she wants. I think he's connected, and he's been in a lot of such situations as well in general. So yeah, and I'm not forgetting how he faked his own death in episode one, and yeah, a lot of weird stuff with Kanon. But okay, so yeah, but they did specify last part how it was battered because it said "I" with quotation marks. I am looking around in this room. So it's Battler looking around in the room and seeing all these different people. It wasn't Erika, so I wonder if we need to start seeing things from Erika's perspective to be able to see the full truth, because Erika's now the main character or the detective, kind of like Higurashi, where Rika became the main character in season 2. I'm saying season 2, yes, because I did not read the visual novel for Higurashi. But yeah, she kind of became the whole main character, and I was not expecting that. That was a good twist there from Higurashi's side. Um, So yeah, now Eric is the main character. Another important thing to remember is that Lambda Delta is the game master. So let's see what kind of. I mean, the answer arcs so far already been very different. I wonder if if what sort of things Lambda's gonna do that's going to differ from what Beto like to do. Yeah. Anyway, other than that, we can start off the part. It's raining, so there might be some frame rate stuff issues. So I'm gonna make sure to read out the text so you guys can follow along. All right, let's go.
熊沢が勝手にお嬢様の昔の服を使用してしまいました。お許しください。
Kumasawa made the decision on her own to use my lady's old clothes. Please forgive her. The clothes Erika was wearing were Jessica's old formal attire. Though the guest possessed a dignity that would put many adults to shame, her body was still physically similar to a middle schooler's. I know, right? Okay, so now we agree. Because they were acting like she was the same age as Jessica, who is a high schooler. But I was like, nah, she's got the body of a middle. Like, you could tell she's a middle schooler. She's a kid. Jessica's old clothes fit her perfectly. But if those are Jessica's old clothes, why do they look like witch clothes? She looks like a witch, dude. Jessica's not, Jessica's clothes she's wearing now are more school clothes. They're not witch-like. She's wearing Erica's wearing this beautiful dress and stuff like that. Was that the sort of thing Jessica was wearing when she was young?
いいえ、お客様にふさわしい身なりでしたよ。もし彼女が気に入るようでしたら、お近づきの印にプレゼントしても良いでしょう。
Not to worry, they match this cast perfectly. If she likes them, I should think it would be alright for her to keep them as a sign of friendship.
かしこまりました。
Kashikomarimashita.
ありがとうございます。
Arigatou gozaimasu. I don't need to translate those. Y'all understand what he's saying. That one.
警察やご家族には連絡しましたか？
Have you contacted the police and her family? My new darkness again. Well, he's gonna say the external phone lines aren't working again. I wonder what Genji's gonna say there. But yeah, there are certain lines in Japanese I don't even need to translate. Y'all know what he's saying. Kashikomarimashita. I don't need to translate that. Everyone knows what that means. Arigatou gozaimasu. Everyone knows what that means. You do not need the English translations for those, alright? But okay, here we go anyway.
はい。
Yes?
先方も大層ご心配に
Oh!
されていたようでした。
They seem to be quite distressed. So Genji has found contact with the external line with Erika's family. And they were distressed? So, Burnt's human form has a family? I mean, she must have. I mean, if she's human and she exists in this world, and I theorize that everything in this human world needs to work as human, with human logic, then she must have have parents, or something, right? So someone must have given birth to Erika. Whatever she is, Burns' human form or whatever, she must have parents. At least according to me, because I like to believe that everything has a human explanation, at least regarding what's happening in the game board.
ところで、客人は本当に事故でしょうね。
By the way, our guest really did have an accident, right?
ご本人は寄港中のボートから転落したとおっしゃっております。
She said that she fell from a boat as it was returning to port.
裏付けはありますか？
Ooh, wait, Nazi's being sus here. Ooh, okay, Nazi.
海保に問い合わせて確認しました。プレジャーボートの後部から転落したそうで、他の乗員たちは気づかなかったようです。実際の転落地点は分かりませんが、おそらくはここの近海でしょう。
So she fell from the rear of a pleasure boat. We don't know the exact location she fell from, but it was probably somewhere near this island.
この悪天候に船遊びなど愚かなことです。しかし、近海で溺れてこの島に漂着することは考えられるのですか？
All the same, is it really conceivable that she nearly drowned in the nearby waters and drifted to this island?
ありえないことではありません。この辺りの島には大抵漂流民が流れ着いた伝承がございます。
It is not impossible. Tales of drifters washing ashore exist on several of the islands around this area.
おそらく事故は真実ではないかと。この台風です。島のどこであろうとも船での接岸は不可能です。
There's no place on this island where it would be possible to land a boat. Yeah, again, I do think Genji's highly likely an accomplice, so I am of course questioning the things Genji are saying. But Erika's not the culprit, so Genji had already figured it out. Nazi almost certainly suspected that this mysterious guest, who had arrived during the early high-stress family conference, might be a pawn in someone's plot. Therefore, Genji had already checked to make sure that the accident was real, that Furudo Erika was her real name, and that there was nothing suspicious going on. Furudo
わか
Erika.
りました。主人も丁重にもてなすようにと指示しています。
Furudo Erika.
粗相のないようになさい。ですが、分かっていますね。
はい。親族会議には一切近づけません。夕食後はゲストハウスへお引き取り願います。
After dinner, I will see that she retires to the guest house. Just have her be with the cousins, right? I mean, she's in between Maria's age and the older cousin's age. She can hang out with them, have some fun, right? Watch some TV with them. What's the issue in that?
客人をお父様に挨拶させろというような流れにもならないよう、よく注意するのですよ。
Make sure that they don't start talking about letting her meet father or anything like that either.
もちろんです。心得ております。
I will keep that in mind.
ほう、
Okay, so Nazi's talking to Beato now.
フルドエリカとな。
Okay, what do you think of her, Beato? Well, fake Beato in Nazi's illusions.
この六軒島に来客とは珍しい。楽しませてくれそうではないか。
ベルンカステル教の駒でしょう。人間のルールに従うとはいえ、プレイヤーは魔女です。侮ることはできませんよ。
We can't underestimate her. Alright.
問題ない。仮にベルンカステル教本人であろうとも、人間である以上、わらわたちの敵ではない。何しろガープもいる。人間はガープに絶対に勝てぬ。
Humans certainly cannot win against Garp.
ありがと
Okie dokie.
う。でも買いかぶりすぎは良くないわ。魔女の定義は魔法が使えることだけを意味したりはしない。
The definition of a witch doesn't only imply the ability to use magic. I really thought George was winning against Garp last episode, you know. I really thought. I got fooled. God damn it. God damn it.
ですが、ジョーカーであり、台風の目である。それが魔女というもの。
Wait, a witch is a joker in the eye of a typhoon? What does Furudo mean by that? I don't really know what that means.
この六軒島で魔女と名乗ってよいのはこのわらわ。黄金の魔女にして無限の魔女、ベアトリーチェのみである。ベルンカステル教名。エンジェの次なるコマがどの程度のものか、じっくりと観覧させてもらおうぞ。
Last break. Wow, we could have finished this chapter last part. But we're moving at a pretty decent pace still, though, because we're doing one chapter per part almost, so that's really good. Alright, it's 7 p.m. now. Witch of Miracles. Isn't that Witch of Miracles? Who was that again? That was... Wait, who watched the Witch of Miracles? Because Witch of Origins was Maria. What was Angie again? Witch of... Wasn't she the Witch of Witch of Resurrection or something like that because she revived Sakutaro or something? I don't remember. There was a Witch of Miracles, wasn't there? Dang. I don't remember every single name of the witches. Erika's seat was the lowest one in rank. I mean, makes sense, she's a guest. In other words, it was at the inferior end of the table. Since Kinzo's seat at the high end of the table was empty, if you turn the whole thing around, it sort of looked like Erika was the host of this dinner. Let's go, Erika!
それでは皆様
Witch of Miracles. Who was that again? It wasn't Angie. It wasn't Eva either, was it? Witch of Certainty is Lambda. Witch of... Like we said, Witch of Origins was Maria. Witch of the Fragment Switch was Burn Castle. But she wasn't called the Fragment Witch. She was called the Witch of... No, it was Witch of something. Or maybe she was the Witch of Miracles. Maybe it is Burn. Am I being dumb? I think it is Burn. Witch of Miracles. I think it is. I think it is and I'm being dumb. I think it is. Because yeah, she can make miracles come true. She said that to Angie. Right. If there's even a small hope for a miracle. Yes, it is Burn. Yes. I'm dumb for forgetting that. My bad.
本日の晩餐を始めさせていただきたいと思います
I would like to begin tonight's dinner, if I may. After Goda's announcement, dinner began with the almost customary applause. It was fun at the beginning of the dinner orchestra conducted by Toshiro Goda. Sitting at such a majestic dinner table is no everyday thing for these people by any means, except for those in Cross's immediate family. However, they were all used to it and acted as though this was completely normal. Again, if anyone wants to be surprised, it should have been Erika. And yet, she showed no surprise at this dinner, and acted with composure, blending in with everyone else. Okay, a mature girl we have right here. We have a mature little girl. Okay, that's the impression we're supposed to be getting. Okay. Composure. She has composure. There wasn't even a sliver of the fear one might expect from someone who had wandered here like a lost puppy.
不思議な子ですね。後ろに1年間で最も豪華な晩餐を前に何も取り乱さないと。
She doesn't seem the least bit flustered over the Ushima family's grandest dinner of the year.
最近の子は肝が据わってるわ
Kids these days have nerves of steel.
嫌いじゃないのそういうの
Definitely not something I dislike, says Kiria.
フルドさんはこういう食事には慣れているのですか。大した落ち着きようだ。
I'm impressed that you look so composed.
ほんまやな。ずいぶん手慣れたもんや。わしなんかいまだに次はどのフォークを使えばいいんか混乱するんやで。ああ、こっちやったか。それともこっちやったか。
Good one, Hideyoshi. Erika had been gracefully eating her horse dwarf without showing any confusion over the line of utensils in front of her. Hey yo, I don't know what the horse dwarf is. I can't do French, but hey, great job being graceful, Erika. Hideyoshi started joking around with her, gripping a fork in each hand. Of course, a president of a company in the food service industry like Hideyoshi would obviously know his table manners. However, thinking that Erika must be nervous over this dinner, he had intentionally spoken with a comic tone of voice. Okay, she's smiling. Dude, I knew Hideyoshi was the owner of a company, and I knew that he had problem with stockholders and that. I didn't know his company was a food company. Now we know though. Any self-respecting Japanese would use chopsticks? Alright. Well, I'm self-respecting, but I'm not Japanese, so I don't use chopsticks. Haha, gotcha. They are? Just a single parent can handle any kind of food. You can't handle soup though. Yeah, good luck drinking soup or eating soup with chopsticks. Yeah. You can't with a spoon though. As soon as she began talking about chopsticks, her eyes started glittering. Alright, well, what the hell, yo? The chopsticks make her, you know, the smile she now showed for the first time was far different from the dignity she had shown before, and more like something you'd expect from someone her age. Chopsticks! That's what I'm saying! Thank you, Kitty. You'd use spoon for Korean rice? Yeah! What? Simply pour it into a bowl of donburi style?
牛丼をスプーンで食べる人いますか？
Is there anyone who eats gyudon with a spoon? I don't know what gyudon is. I'm about to read what donburi style means.
いませんよね。日本人なら断じて絶対鉄頭鉄尾お箸です。
Okay.
というわけでゴーダさん、すみませんがお箸をお願いします。
Look at her face. Look at her mouth. Her mouth. She's a cat. She's a cat.
私が日本人として恥ずかしくない食べ方をご覧に入れてみせましょう。
Alright, what the hell is donburi style? You show them that. I'm gonna read up on what donburi style means. Grimoire. Donburi. Donburi is simply food served on top of rice in a deep bowl. The bowl is also called a donburi, hence the name. Many types of food can be served donburi style, including curry, karedon, beef, gyudon, or chicken and egg, oyako don, meaning parent and child donburi. Oh, okay, that's one way to say chicken and egg, parent and child. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Obviously, the egg. The egg. Because some dinosaur must have popped out an egg, but the egg kind of transformed, you know what I mean? Like there was happened, a mutation happened, and from the egg spawned a chicken. That's my theory. And it's slow. Well, I mean, it wasn't a chicken right away. It slowly mutated on and on until it became the chicken we know of today. That's what I think. So which came first, the egg? Factos. Let's go. I've solved it. I've solved the issue, everybody. Alright, stop arguing. Nah, okay. Food served on top of a rice in a deep bowl. Okay. Alright, let's exit now. Now, Erika Furudo is about to show us how to eat.
ところで、次のお料理は何ですか？
She's very lively.
それが
Right
困
now.
ったことに、次は
That's what I just said! Good luck eating soup with chopsticks! Or you're gonna eat soup donburi style. How does that work? You pour the soup on top of the rice? How does that work? In a bowl? How does that work? Unfortunately, that will be soup. Yeah, good luck eating now without a spoon. Huh? Reese without her spoon. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love dumb memes, okay? Okay. Alright, so Erika just went from being completely composed to going, alright, let me flex how to eat Japanese. As she pretended to shrug, Erika winked at everyone. Hey, I wonder, since Kenzo is such a fan of the West and Western occult stuff in that, I wonder if, Erika going, oh, any self-respecting Japanese, I wonder if that's meant to be disrespect to Kinzo. Like, hey, any self-respecting Japanese likes Japanese things and likes eating in Japanese ways. Right, Kinzo, you Western-loving prick and his children? You know what I mean? Okay, it wasn't that funny. Of course, no one was laughing at her. She obviously knew that soup came after a horse d'oeuvre in a full-course meal. Furthermore, Erika had even noticed that she had performed a little too perfectly, creating a sense of tension that led Hideyoshi to think that she was nervous herself, and that this was why he had tried to break the ice. That was why she'd started behaving a little childish and light-hearted, acting out the part of a guest enjoying a harmonious dinner. Pretty soon, not only Kirie, but everyone else also caught on. Even though she was an uninvited guest, she was apparently worthy of participating in an Ushiromiya family dinner.
頭のいい子ね。本当にこの子、偶然の来客なの？実は、今日の親族会議にこっそり読んだ兄さんの隠し子じゃないの？
I mean, Nazi. I don't know about that phone call with Nazi. You know what I mean? Illegitimate. I can't speak anymore. Illegitimate child of Nazis, maybe. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't think it's not Nazi's child, because Nazi's child was supposed to be a man, right? A young man, or she gave birth to a boy. So, but still, I mean, something's fishy going on with Nazi and her children. I don't know if I can buy the story that she struggled to give birth to a child for years anymore. I don't know if I can trust that anymore. But yeah.
賢く場を和ますセンスもあるようだ。マナーも見事じゃないか。あんな子が娘だったら悪くはないね。
It wouldn't be bad at all to have this girl as a daughter. Okay.
それはひでえぜ。ジェシカちゃんの立つ瀬がなくならな。
Where does that leave Jessica-chan? Hey, yo, isn't she sitting here too? Don't do her like this. Or is she not sitting here? Well, to be fair, we haven't seen any of the cousins say anything so far, but I thought they were here with them. Right? I thought they were gonna be here with them and then they're gonna leave for the guest house after dinner's over.
ひどいわ、ルドルフ兄さん。
That's mean, Rudolph.
どうしたんだい、ジェシカちゃん。
Okay, so they are here. Okay, I'm right. Okay, I was so confused. So I really thought they were here. Okay.
頭痛かい？
What's wrong, Jessica? Headache? Dude, George, haven't you been listening to the conversation? They've been disrespecting Jessica.
私の評価が下がってる気がするぜ。
They're disrespecting her, yo. I can feel my reputation dropping by the minute.
こりゃ本家の令嬢として負けられねえだろ。お前も日頃夏日おばさんに仕込まれてるテーブルマナーと貫禄で対抗してみろよ。
Try fighting back with the table manners and dignity Aunt Nazi is always teaching you.
見たい見たい。テーブルマナー見たい。
ほら、はしゃぐのはマナー違反だよ。ささ、ジェシカちゃん、お手本を見せてあげて。
Come on, Jessica, show us how it's done.
お、おお、もちろんだぜ。
No sweat. Jessica straightened up so much it looked like someone had poked her in the back with a pole. She had good posture, but it somehow lacked elegance. Oof. She looked, well, kind of like a triangle ruler. Oh no, you don't want to look like that. She sat at attention with her gaze fixed straight ahead, tried to bring her food to her mouth despite this, and failed miserably. That's awful. Hey, y'all, stop embarrassing Jessica. That's crazy. Dad, who was sitting next to her, suddenly realized that something was up.
どうしたんだ、ジェシカちゃん。腹でも痛いのか。
What is it, Jessica? Your stomach hurt? That's wild. Jessica turned bright red. Ah, sorry. I can't help myself. We laughed our heads off. Jessica protested, still bright red. Aunt Nazi scolded us for not behaving ourselves. In the end, no matter how much we tried to smooth it over, we were who we were. We couldn't act like we were anything else. Still, that laughter really did help us to relax. We had been so concerned about the guests getting nervous that we had grown even more nervous ourselves. The lively chatter spread from where we were sitting at the center of the long table to both ends. And ultimately, the dinner went even more smoothly than usual. With some delicious cheese and coffee, our peaceful meal came to an end. Goro won unanimous acclaim and was praised for his skill by all present. After a short period of harmony following the meal, it was decided that we would return to the guest house. Normally, dinner tended to have a very dark atmosphere about it, and the adults would often move right on to the family conference with the same dark atmosphere. However, perhaps because this year's dinner had been oddly peaceful, everyone decided to take a break, the adults included. After eating, taking a bath, and relaxing while watching TV, I wonder if they'll gather again in this mansion in the middle of all this rain and resume their high-tension family conference. I'd rather not think about that. Auntie Eva seemed to get very worked up trying to convince the rest to start the family conference right away, but it didn't look like many people agreed with her. The meeting had probably come to a close for the night. Oh, okay. Since they had guest house duty, Gora-san and Kumasawa-san were chosen to guide us to the guest house. It must be tough for Gora-san. Even after making and cleaning up such an extravagant dinner, he also has the midnight shift at the guest house. I heard that Kumasawa-san, old as she was, would be going to sleep soon. It seemed that she had been assigned the servants' quarters in the guest house. Okay.
皆様をゲストハウスまでご案内させていただきます。エリカ様のお部屋もご用意できております。
Please allow me to guide all of you to the guest house. Erika-sama, your room has also been prepared.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
体調はどうです？具合が悪かったりはしませんか？
Why not rest a bit? Are you sure you feel alright?
ああ、そうだよな。すっかり忘れてたけど、エリカちゃんは溺れてて流れ着いたんだよな。今日は無理しねえで、早く寝た方がいいだろうな。
It's probably best if you take it easy today and get to bed early.
全然平気です。それよりも緊張と興奮でむしろ寝つけないくらいです。
On the contrary, I'm so nervous and excited that I doubt if I could get to sleep. Okay. Okie dokie.
じゃあ遊ぼう。みんなで遊ぼう。
Asobo!
トランプしよう。
Cards? Play cards? Okay, Maria. Maria latched onto her, giggling. This lack of restraint particular to youth was very much like Maria. But for now, we really should be thinking about Erika's physical condition. I don't know, that seems kind of sus. I don't think her physical condition is impacted at all. I think her drifting here, I think she's completely fine.
マリア、トランプは私たちと一緒に遊ぼう。エリカお姉ちゃんは疲れてるんだってさ。
Why don't you play cards with us, Maria? Erika One-chan says she's tired.
トランプも好きですよ。
I like cards!
一息つきましたら、ぜひご一緒させてください。
Please let me join you after I've had a short rest.
やったー。
Yatta! Okay. Cards time.
あれはどちら様ですか？
Who's that? Okay, so Erika's asking about the witch of the not the witch of the portrait. That's what I'm trying to say. As she passed through the lobby of the entrance hall, Erika stopped walking. When we saw what she was looking at, the rest of us also stopped. Here's the episode, weekly episode reminder of who the Golden Witch Beato is. You know, every episode you have to have at least one scene where the family looks at her portrait and starts talking about Beato.
ああ、あちらは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ様でございますよ。
黄金の魔女。
何やってんだガキども。さっさとゲストハウスへ引き上げるぞ。
Gakidomo, we're off back to the guest house. Dad, Kiria, Auntie Eva, Uncle Hideyoshi, and Auntie Rosa all came over. The guest house party had all gathered. However, Erika's gaze was captured by the portrait of the witch, and she simply stared at it for a while. What the hell is this place? Wait, what is this place? What? Golf? Golf clubs? What? They play golf out here? What's happening? What is this room? Yes, says Rudolph.
親父は200億相当の黄金を隠し持っていて、その隠し場所をあの碑文に記したって言われてる。
Perhaps because it was too early for them all to disperse into their individual rooms, the relatives who had returned to the guest house were all gathered downstairs, continuing their chat. The topic was the witch's epitaph, which Erika had taken an interest in.
魅力的な謎ですね。
Okay, so it's the lobby. Okay, I've never seen that specific frame before, so I was confused. It really is a fascinating riddle, says Erika.
誰にでも見られるところに堂々と張り出し、私たちの知恵に挑戦する。そういう挑戦、大好きです。
I adore challenges like that, says Erika.
ひゅー
Cute.
エリカちゃんは案外ノリがいいな。謎解きとか好きなのか？
Do you like solving riddles or something?
面白そうじゃないですか。そういう挑戦。多分金蔵さんはあの碑文によって跡継ぎを選ぼうというつもりに違いありませんね。
I have no doubt that Kinzo-san intends to use that epitaph to choose his successor. When she said that, the adults froze and slowly turned to face Erika.
どうしてそう思うの？
Why do you think that? All the adults are now interested. Succeeding Kinzo, now they're interested. Auntie Eva spoke with a coaxing voice. Though there had been whisperings between the relatives every now and then that the person who solved the epitaph's riddle might inherit the family headship, that had been nothing more than wishful thinking, since such a thing had never been specifically stated. And yet, though she had only read it once, this outsider had already reached that conclusion. How had she come to it? No, that wasn't the problem. If you solve the epitaph, you can become the next head. She wanted to establish this not as wishful thinking, but an outright fact. So they closed in around Erika, asking why she was so sure.
大富豪が謎を解いた者に富を譲るというのは割とよくあるシチュエーションです。
It's somewhat common for... Okay, new soundtrack here. It's somewhat common for extremely rich people to relinquish their wealth to the person who solves a riddle. Is it? I didn't know that.
そしてご当主の金蔵さんはその碑文を新聞に載せたのではなく
I guess not.
お屋敷の中に掲示しました。
Which means he wanted one of the family members to try and solve it.
つまりこのお屋敷の人間を対象にした謎だということです。
That means the riddle is intended for the people in this mansion.
そうだよな。この屋敷の中である以上、この屋敷に出入りできない者には解きようがない。つまり、この屋敷の人間にじい様は挑戦してきたってわけだ。
So that means grandfather has been challenging the people in this mansion. I guess so.
グッド。
Good.
良い思考です。
Alright, Erika's following along.
あの碑文が屋敷内にあったという一時からでも、その程度のことを読み取ることが可能です。
Just by the simple fact that the epitaph is inside the mansion, it's possible to figure out that much. Well, yes, we've gone that far already, I think. At first, this Furudo Erika girl had seemed to be the fairly silent type, but apparently that wasn't the case. When she grew excited about being challenged to a game of wits, she became much more talkative than I had imagined.
なるほどな。屋敷の中に碑文があるんは屋敷の人間に読ませるためってのは確かに道理や。
Well, it does make sense that an epitaph inside a mansion will be there so the people in that mansion could read it.
でも家督を譲る相手までも選ぶというのは言い切れるものなの？
But can you really be so sure that the one who solves it will be given the headship too?
この謎を解いて得られる宝がほんのささやかなものでしかないなら、私もそこまでは思いません。
If the treasure gained by solving the riddle had been something small, I would not even have considered it.
そうよね。隠された黄金の価値は200億。
20 billion is nice. It's a lot of money. That's $200 million, y'all. You're living good. Plus counting for inflation. This is 1986. So counting for inflation, that's some good money.
それはまさに後ろ宮家の財産そのものだ。
You could consider it the wealth of the Ishiruma family itself.
それを受け継ぐということは、後ろ宮家を引き継ぐことと限りなく同じ意味です。つまり、碑文に込めた黄金の隠し場所という謎は、後ろ宮家の実質的な後継者選びに他ならないということです。
In other words, the riddle contained within the epitaph that indicates the hiding place of the gold is nothing less than a way of selecting the practical successor of the Ishinomiya family. The idea that the person who solved the epitaph will be chosen as the next head was something that had been floating around between a few of the relatives for a while now. However, since it had never been stated specifically, they had thought of it as nothing more than an optimistic dream. And so they had abandoned all consideration of that aspect and left it as a grey area. Erika declared in clear terms that this uncertain part was, in fact, true. If one of the relatives had said it, the others would have thought it to be merely an optimistic dream. However, when declared by Furudo Erika, a complete outsider, those words seem more credible than they otherwise would have. I agree, right? Because if an outsider is saying it, obviously you're more willing to believe it than when one of the relatives is saying it, because that would create this sort of weird bond of, alright, race to the headship, you know what I mean? But Furudo isn't gonna have that sort of connection, so you're gonna feel her words to be more credible because she's an outsider. Everyone remained silent for a while, slowly considering what those words implied. All it takes is the presence of the epitaph, and a deduction like this becomes trivial for Furudo Erika. Okay, she's full on naming herself here. Your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen?
横やりで申し訳ねえけどさ、一応はうちの父さんが次期当主なわけだぜ。隠し黄金を誰が見つける云々はともかくよ、見つけたら当主ってのはそういうことにはならねえんじゃねえかよ。
My father is the successor to the head. It doesn't matter who finds the gold because just finding it doesn't make someone the head, right? Jessica thought the treasure hunting part of the epitaph was really fun. However, she couldn't help but let her expression grow bitter once they started talking about undermining her father's position. As far as I can deduce, Kinzo-san does not seem to wish for Cross-san to have a smooth transition to inheriting the headship. Why is that? Ordinarily, the succession should be rigorously conducted so that no element of doubt is permitted to creep into the equation. Alright, and since Cross may not necessarily be the best one fit to become the successor, leave it to the epitaph.
そうね。うちの人の好きな戦国武将の話でもよくある。後継ぎ候補が複数いたりすると、大抵お家騒動の火種になる。
When there are multiple candidates for the successor, it usually results in a family dispute.
そうやな。だからトラブルを未然に防ぐためにしっかりと後継者を指名しておくのが大切なんや。時には競合する後継者を粛清することさえあるんやで。
Sometimes there's even a purge of all the competing successors. Even the Sengoku commander Hideyoshi admired, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, made his son-in-law Hidetsugu commit seppuku, but it was rumored that he might have done this to make Hideyori, who was his real son and born after Hidetsugu, his true heir. Okay, his son-in-law, okay. Okay, let's see this. Let me think about it. I need to check something off. Be right back. Let's see. I'm back. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, you say. Okay. Commit seppuku. Alright. In other words, naming a successor was a way to make it known to the world that a given single unique person will be acknowledged by everyone as the successor, and a way to remove any chance of another person becoming an opposing candidate. Good. She keeps saying that. She said that a lot now, 2 or 3 times now.
まさにその通りです。あのような碑文の存在はクラウスさんの次期当主の肩書きを危ぶませる意味しかありません。つまり金蔵さんがクラウスさんに当主を円満に継承させたいと願うなら、あのような危険なものをわざわざ人目にさらす理由がないわけです。
If Kinzo-san wished for Cross-san to become the head without any trouble, he would have no reason to go out of his way to display something so dangerous for all to see.
そうね。チェス盤をひっくり返せば確かにそう言える。当主は継承するけれども200億の黄金は譲れない。解けた誰かに譲るというのはおかしな話だよ。
It would be odd if he handed over the position of the head normally, but wouldn't hand over the 20 billion yen in gold except to the person who solved the riddle. I guess, yeah. Give it up the title of the head, but only giving the 20 billion yen in gold to the person who solved the epitaph. You really couldn't call that passing on the headship, in the truest sense.
そういうことです。以上の推理により、金蔵さんがクラウスさんを本当に後継者だと認めていたか怪しむことができるわけです。
Great success! Thank you, Erika.
ただ碑文がそこに存在するだけで。
Okay. She's changed stance a little bit here. Okay. Little stance change. All it takes is the presence of that epitaph. And a deduction like this becomes trivial for Furudo Erika. Is she gonna keep saying that? She has 2 catchphrases now. Good though, and all it takes is something, and a deduction like this becomes trivial for Furudo Erika. Are those going to be her catchphrases? I'm gonna remember those. All it takes is the presence of that epitaph, and a deduction like this becomes trivial for Furudo Erika. Your thoughts, Jessica-san? Alright, she's smiling again.
デタラメだ。こじつけだ。
That's bullcrap or just making it all up? I don't know about that one. Jessica let her emotions lay bare and glared at Erika. Erika, on the other hand, looked exceedingly calm with an expression that said, "The truth is the truth." I see. It looks like table manners aren't the only way this Erika girl is fitting for the Ishirome family. It seems she really is like the family, even in ways that it would have been better if she wasn't. Okay. And Erika, let's leave it at that for now. Take it easy, Jessica. Alright.
まあその後継者云々の話は置いといてもやな。いずれにせよお父さんからのビッグクエスチョンやというのは間違いないやろな。200億やで。
Hideyoshi trying to lighten up the mood again. Let's go. That's a classic.
マリアちゃん、もし見つけたら何に使う
Maria, what would you use 20 billion yen for if you found it?
黄金鏡は黄金だけじゃない。もっと神聖な場所なの。
Golden Land isn't just gold, it's a sacred place! Uncle Hideyoshi persisted with his fake laughter, attempting to force the mood to improve. Everyone else tried to go along with him, but Jessica's mood didn't get any better.
エリカちゃんも碑文の謎に挑戦してみたくなったのかい？
So, Erika-chan, would you like to have a go at the epitaph's riddle? Yes! My little what? Your little gray cells are itching to get started. What are those? Little gray cells. Okay. My little gray cells. So I'd like to start solving at once, if I may. Let's go! Are we fine about to learn what the epitaph means? If Erika's that much of a big brain, I would like to know what it means. Please! I've been waiting! George Aniki skillfully turned the conversation around. Just like the time she had made everyone laugh in the dining hall, Erika looked about with gleeful eyes and jumped at the chance.
気に入ったわ。せっかくエリカちゃんが面白がってくれてるんだし、また去年みたいにみんなで謎解きをしてみましょうよ。
Let's all try and solve it together, just like last year. Alright, dude, I think Erika might make some advancement here, unlike you useless pricks. I mean, I say that, Eva's been the only one, and Rosa, I guess, have been the only one to solve the riddle, so I guess saying that calling them useless isn't really that valid. But if Erika can solve it, or I want to know what the riddle means, and I can't solve it on my own, so I need help.
私コーヒー入れるわ。
Oh no! Don't poison it like Eva did in episode 3, Rosa.
欲しい人は手を挙げて。
That's sus. Because Rosa's the one that has the pills to give to Maria when Maria becomes all unhinged, right? When she becomes all unhinged, you know, she goes wild. She has these like pills. If Rosa decides to poison 6 people and begin the first Twilight, that's one way to do it.
マリアはダメよ。眠れなくなっちゃうでしょ。
You won't be able to sleep. Okay, yeah. So she's gonna poison the six people except for Maria. How many people are in this room right now? Let's see. Got Battler, Jessica, George, Hideyoshi, Eva, and Erika. Are Rudolph supposed to be here too, isn't he? And Kiria. Okay, I mean, there's more than 6 people to poison, but she's gonna want to poison 6 people for the first Twilight. But not for Maria, because you're not gonna get poisoned. You're not gonna get poisoned, Maria. You're not gonna die from the drink. You're supposed to live. Duh, you're my daughter. I wanna drink black coffee. Nomu, nomu.
ワクワクしません？こういう謎、私は大好きです。
Riddle like this, I adore them. Riddles. Okay. Erika said that and smiled. Even though she must have known that she ticked Jessica off and made the atmosphere sour, she just smiled nonchalantly.
別に10月5日の事件を待たなくても解ける謎はあるってわけ。
See, there's a mystery you can solve even without waiting for the crime on October 5th. Alright, now we're getting to see the other side of Erika Furudo, or Furudo Erika. Now we're getting to see the much less expressiony Burn Castle, who never smiles. She has no life in her eyes.
そりゃ、俺も何度か挑んださ。
I mean, I tried to solve it as well. I didn't get anywhere.
だが。
でもさっぱりわからなかったから投げ出して考えるのをやめた。
I mean, I haven't stopped thinking about it. Like, I still have the epitaph's words in my brain, right? I haven't memorized it completely, obviously, but I've memorized some of the stuff that is said there. And if there's anyone that says something that might relate to the epitaph, I'll try to connect it, of course. But I mean, yeah, don't be so harsh to tell me I've stopped thinking. Come on now. It pissed me off, but I didn't have a good counter for that. After all, I don't get the epitaph at all. Yeah, I don't get it. Unfortunately, I don't get it. I don't even know what the beloved home of old means. That's what I mean. What does that even mean? What is the beloved home of old? Much less the parts about the Sweetfish River and the key. Yeah, again, I've spent so much time trying to think about what the Sweetfish River could mean. This key, this village, followed the river downstream. What? Followed the 2 who were close. What does that? I don't understand what any of it means. I didn't get anywhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. Apparently, there's some Japanese puns that would help a little bit, or some kanji that would help a bit to solve it. But I've tried even without it, and I mean, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I'm garbage, I guess. Thinking that a few more hints would show up if I waited. I kept on waiting and just stopped thinking. Okay.
あなたなりの答えは準備できてる？私が今から解いちゃうから。
You guys are able to solve it. Let's go. Let's go, Burn. Solve it for us. Let me know. What's the answer, please? We've been waiting 5 episodes for this.
ベルンはね、ここで碑文の謎を解いちゃったのよ。
She did?
さすが奇跡の魔女ね。
Yeah, so she is the Witch of Miracles. Okay, I somehow forgot about that at the start of the episode, but I forgot for a little bit, and then I reminded myself that it was Burn. All right, we're good now.
解ける謎であるならば、難易度に関係なく必ず解ける。
Wow.
今度は解くのに何年かけたの？
How many years did it take to solve this one? Years?
失敬ね。かけらをほんの数百個ほど漁っただけじゃない。
I only fished through a few hundred fragments. Hey, what is this cheating though? You're cheating to solve it. I can't fish through fragments to solve a riddle.
やっぱり恐ろしいわ、あんたは。
それは赤で答えをいきなり語るとか、そういうインチキじゃねえんだろう
な。
Nah. 安心なさい。あなたと同じプレイヤーとしてのルールにのっとってよ。
Then what's this about fishing through fragments?
じゃあ始めようかしら。
Yes, please. I want to know how to solve the riddle. Please. Yes. Please begin.
ここじゃ狭いわ。
It's cramped here.
海の上で話しましょう。
Why don't we talk at sea? What? What are you on about? What sea?
オッケー。酔わないでね、バトラー。
Don't get queasy, better. But there's a typhoon outside. How are we gonna talk at sea? Are you crazy?
海って何の話だ？
That's what I'm saying. Oh, they're teleporting me. God damn it. I thought that was Gop's ability. Alright, where are we going? Where are we off to? Right after I thought the world had turned pitch black, I was struck by a strange floating sensation. It must have felt like suddenly having the floor drop from under you, setting you into a bottomless pitfall. Yeah, conveniently enough, that's what happened last episode, didn't it? Whoa, what? What the hell's going on here? What? Where are we? One! What a soundtrack. When I looked, I saw the two witches and I had been thrown into a pitch black universe? What is this soundtrack? Where are we? What's going on? This space was cloaked in endless darkness in every direction, and it felt like an infinite expanse filled with countless glittering objects. Wow. Instead of a universe, some people might have likened it to the depths of an ocean where countless glittering fragments drifted. What? What? Whoa, okay.
酔うなと言ったのに。
重力の概念が欲しいなら自分で生み出しなさい。ほら、落ち着いて私たちを見て。ほら、私たちは平気そうにしてるでしょ。足元に大地があって重力に支配されていると信じなさい。そうすれば安定できるから。
She's right. The two witches were standing normally, as though their feet were planted on a transparent piece of glass. I was the only one floating about like someone in a rapidly plummeting elevator. When I saw that they were just fine, I started calming down, figuring that there was no need to be scared. Then, just as Lambda Delta said, I gritted my teeth and kept telling myself that there was a place to stand here, and that I had to calm down. There you go, mate. You found a place to stand. Nice job, mate. You found a place to stand.
お上手お上手。あんたの名前は？
What's your name?
後ろ宮バトラ。
Good, just make sure you haven't gone insane. Remember your name.
他の誰に見えるよ。
オッケー。
Okay.
自分の意志、感情、姿や形を決して喪失してはダメよ。
Okay.
ここは海なんだからね。意味を喪失すれば永遠の深淵に落ちて海の藻くずよ。気をつけなさい。
That seems like a big threat. I didn't get what Lambda was saying, but I tried to calm down for the time being. I seemed to be regaining my balance the more I calmed down. Gradually, that weird floating feeling, like I was falling forever, began to disappear. It still felt strange, like struggling to stand upright at the bottom of a deep pool, but it was much better than before. Let's go, anime. Let's begin some of the riddle. Let's go. This is what I was hyped for. Ah, here we go. What's up? How are you gonna do it? Time to solve. Asta, let's go! Great soundtrack. Great soundtrack. This is a really good soundtrack. Here we go. Burncastle opened both of her hands. Then, like a planetarium, all the fragments throughout this empty space began to spin, leaving tails behind them. What? The expression planetarium might have been even more fitting than I thought. Multiple fragments were tied together by gold lines, and what looked like constellations zoomed by us rapidly, one after another. It felt almost as though we were dashing through space at an incredible speed. Then, with tails of light drifting behind them, several brightly glowing fragments swirled around Burncastle. It looked almost like she had created her own solar system with her as the sun. That solar system surrounding Burncastle grew to a radius large enough to swallow us up. And every once in a while, one of the satellite fragments zoomed right past me. Yo. Oh! What? Hey, that's episode 1, that's episode 2, that's episode 4. Wait, whoa, oh! We've seen a bunch of scenes. Okay, when those fragments passed right by me, it felt as though some kind of memory welled up inside me. I could feel it in my gut. These fragments were probably like crystals of memories. Uh-huh. Okay. One of the satellites in the solar system was slowly sucked in towards Burncastle as its orbit around her decayed. It drew a spiral as it approached her and came to rest on the palm of her outstretched hand. Then it shone brightly, painting over the world with pure white. Okay, we're going to the Eva fragment. Okay, so we're going to the Eva fragment because Eva is the one to solve the riddle, so it makes sense that we go to Eva fragment for episode 3. Alright, behold the sweet fish river, running through my beloved home of old. You who seek the gold land, follow its path downstream in search of the key. As you travel down it, you will see a village. In that village, look for the shore that you speak of. The shore? There the key to the golden land sleeps? Okay. The only past father held dear was his years as a boy. Beloved home of old. Didn't he live in Odawara or whatever? Wasn't that said in episode 1 or something? He lived in Odawara. But apparently he didn't like that place, so I'm confused. Beloved home of old, what does that mean? Yeah, I remember that. I remember, yep. Yes, how? How did you do that? So Kinza's beloved home of old, that's a vital hint. Odawara? How am I supposed to connect Odawara to the riddle? I don't understand. In other words, it means this theory is not mistaken. So figure not Kinza's beloved home of old, you're telling me that's That's a big hint. Okay.
つまり懐かしき故郷とやらば
Oh.
何かの比喩でも何でもなく
Beloved home of old.
そのままじいさまが少年時代を過ごした故郷
So that's not a metaphor. It's Odawara then. It is Odawara then. And Odawara is the beloved home of old. Is the goal supposed to be in Odawara? What? But I always thought the goal was somewhere in the island. It's just located somewhere in the island. How does that work?
そういうこと。そして少なくとも
Oh, it isn't. So where is it? They always kept telling me that he spent his youth, some part of his youth in Odawara. Then where did he spend his youth? Did it ever say it wasn't Odawara?
生まれは確かに小田原だけど
Oh!
懐かしむ故郷は多分小田原のことじゃないわ
So he was born in Odawara, but it's not his home he loved? I don't think this home father love was Odawara. Then where is it? What other place has father spent time in? Or Kinzo?
それについては多分兄弟たちは全員同じ場所で認識してるわね
I believe all of us siblings are thinking of the same place. Which place? Have the siblings ever talked about a place Kinzo spent time in? I don't remember anything like that. Where has Kinzo spent time in his youth? All I know is Odawara. I don't remember hearing any other place Kinzo spent time in. He was born in Odawara, but that's not his beloved home of old? Okay.
そうね多分小田原じゃないわね
Okay, they both agree that it's not Odawara.
聞いた話ではとても楽しい少年時代だったそう
He had a very fun talk. Okay.
そうだなエヴァおばさんたち兄弟は小田原であることを否定していた
Considering both Eva and Rosa figure out the riddle, I'm very much inclined to believe that it's not Odawara. I think we can be pretty sure about that. Right? The only two to solve the riddle both said it's not Odawara. I don't think it's Odawara. I think we should stick with that, shall we? How about that? That's pretty good. That's pretty good indication.
いやそれどころかみんなはじいさまの故郷がどこか察しているようだ
Yeah, but I don't. Why do they, I mean, I guess because they're his direct children. But why do they know where and I don't? I don't know.
そう
Do you have any idea, Battler?
そして意地悪なことにそれがどこなの
What?
どのかけらでもかかって
So how am I supposed to figure it out? It's never okay. So I was gonna say I don't remember them actually talking about any other specific place. So how am I supposed to figure it out? Alright, Bern, give me your solution, you prick. Wait, they never actually tell us what? Why? What's his beloved home of old then? How am I supposed to figure it out? How do you...
そりゃそうでしょう
Of course, that would be too obvious, I guess.
それを教えてあげちゃったら
Okay, fair. So I'm supposed to figure it out his home of old on my own, even though I know nothing about Japanese geography. And I'm supposed to figure it out. Is there any other hints regarding his beloved home that I might have missed?
難易度の高い謎でなきゃ意味がないんだから
Fair. No, you know that's fair. I'm not even gonna complain about that. That's not understandable. That it would be too many hints. That's okay. Understandable.
あらいけないこれもヒントになっちゃうわね
Well, what's a hint? If a riddle isn't hard, there's just no point to it. Which part of that is a hint? Which part of that is a hint? If you told her there'd be too many hints, if a riddle isn't hard, there's just no point to it. What? I don't get it.
一体じいさまの故郷というのはどこだったんだそれがわからなくちゃ始まらない
We can't even start if you don't know that. Okay, so to solve the riddle, this is a good starting point. To solve the riddle, let's start with trying to find out where grandfather's gold is. No, where grandfather's home is. Kinzo's beloved home of old. We gotta figure out where that is. It's not a metaphor. It's an actual place.
始まらないから思考を停止したわけ
Hmm.
住み得た場所である以上それは有限の範囲内だわ
Okay. Alright. Has Kinzo not traveled the world all that much? Or okay, a place he lived. Where has Kinzo lived? Has he lived? It's Where in Japan has Kenzo lived? That I don't know.
まあここが一番辛いところなんだけれど
This is the toughest part.
お前は確か解ける謎である限り絶対に解ける魔女だ。
I'm so invested, by the way. I really want to know the answer to this.
つまりお前はその有限の範囲内、つまり地球上のすべてがじいさまの住んでそうな土地をすべて解って考えた。
Limited possibilities. In other words, everywhere on the earth.
そうしてもいいけれどそれじゃあ時間がいくらあっても足りないわ
That would take way too long, yeah. That would take an insane amount of time.
だからさらにヒントを加味して
Okay. Okay. We need some more hints. We need some more hints. Because there's no way. We gotta search Mexico. We gotta search Austria. That would take too long. Yeah. I mean, I think it's starting off with Japan or some. You know what I mean? I think Japan is a good starting point. And then we move on to other Eastern Asian countries. But to be fair, no, he lost Western. Oh! He could have. His beloved Kung Fu could have been in the West somewhere. Because he's so in love with the Western world. Maybe he traveled to the West, lived there for a few years, and ended up loving it. So maybe Austria is not that bad of a guess.
自分で言ったじゃない水の流れる川かどうかわからないって
You said it didn't have to be a river with water flowing down it?
あゆという言葉がそんなにもややこしいなら忘れてしまえば
Why not forget forever? Ever? You said it didn't have to be a river with water flowing down it? Didn't you say it yourself? It didn't have to be a river with water flowing down it. It could be something else flowing? What?
川で考えるの
Think of a river. I'm thinking of a river. Okay. A river. Or something that's streaming down. Okay? I'm following along.
川で
A river. Okay.
家系図という連想は悪くないわ
Family tree? Okay.
その要領で川から連想するものを他にも考えてみて
Okay. A river. A family tree. I don't know, dude. What else is akin to that? I don't know. Help me out. Help me out. I'm dumb. Alright, help me out. I don't know. What else do you get?
故郷を貫く鮎の
Okay.
川しかしその川は本当の意味での川ではない
It's not truly a river, but it's like it's like a metaphor thing. It's a okay. It's a thing. Okay.
エヴァは川から連想できる他のものを考えた
Something that could be linked with a river. A family tree. I don't know. Something that spreads out in different directions. I don't know.
そうだ。しかし川じゃないなら鮎って何？
They did say the sweet fish part was unnecessary. I remember when Eva found the gold and Rosa found it too, eventually, and they talked to each other. Rosa's like, the sweet fish part isn't that important after all. That was just kind of there for whatever. And I was like, nah, I think it kind of helped me out somewhere. But yeah, I guess technically it's not completely needed. So the sweet fish part is not really actually needed, but it does help if you get it. So
考えなさい故郷を貫く川
a river runs through the home of old,
でも水の流れる川じゃないわ
but it isn't a river with water flowing down it. It's a river with what then? Toys?
川のようにも例えられるもの
Something that can be likened to a river. I'm dumb. Help me out. I don't get it. I don't get it. Batman, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm struggling.
懐かしき故郷を貫く鮎の川
Behold the sweet fish river running through my beloved home of old, okay?
エヴァは故郷がどこか分かってたから鮎というヒントを切り捨てて考えたけど
Great. That doesn't help me though.
故郷を知らない私たちにはヒントになりうるかもしれないわ
Behold the sweet fish river running through my beloved home of old. Behold the sweet fish river running through my beloved home of old. Fresh water. I remember this. This is when they talk about it.
鮎の川に悩みすぎたわ
Yep. This is where they talk about how the sweet fish part of the hint isn't that important.
アユなんて大した意味ないじゃない。
Yep, I remember this.
そんなことないわよ。立派なヒントだったじゃない。まあ確かにアユである必要はなかったかもね。
Maybe there was no need for it to be sweet fish. Okay. I googled them. I found a Wikipedia page about them. But I don't know, man. I googled them even when making them a discussion video. I googled sweetfish. I tried to learn some stuff, but I didn't get anywhere, unfortunately. Then what is it?
そうね。その上ローザに至ってはアユに大した意味はないとまで言い捨ててるわ。
True, but Eva did say it didn't need to be sweet fish, but she did still say that it was an excellent hint.
その一方でエヴァはアユである必要はないが立派な人
Yeah.
だったとも言っている。
So,
つまりアユは何かを想起させる鍵だということ。
okay.
その何かが他の単語であっても想起できるなら、エヴァの言うアユである必要はないがという言葉につながってくる。
If that something is a different word, but a word that sweetfish makes you think of, then Eva's line about how it probably didn't have to be sweetfish makes sense. What sort of word am I supposed to think from sweetfish? Sweetfish. I don't know! From these thoughts, Auntie Eva formed some theory, went to the archive, looked through some kind of book, and verified that she was right. In short, Auntie Eva formed some theory about the true nature of the sweetfish river running through his home of old. Then, she opened a certain book to determine whether the theory was correct or not. In other words, this theory was something that could be verified through some kind of book. Okay. Also, after she figured out what the Sweetfish River was, she figured out the rest of the riddle very quickly. That's true! That's another thing! Once she figured out that specific bit, everything else just automatically clicked. That's another thing. So if you figure out this hint, you figure out everything else, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not for me.
良い思考よ。碑文は川を下ればやがて里ありと続く。
So if you know what the beloved home of old is and what the Sweetfish River part means, you'll be able to connect it to what this village means and what the shore that you speak of means. We'll be able to connect all of those all at once.
エヴァはその時点ではそこから始まる産業の謎を解けてはいなかった。
At that point in time, Eva hadn't yet solved the three lines starting with this one. At that point in time, Eva hadn't yet solved the 3 lines starting with this one. Okay, back to the library, the archive.
里って何？里ってどういう意味？
Wasn't there a theory that it might have been connected to Maria?
この川を下ると里なんてあるの？
Alright, that's when Eva figured it out. All those pieces that I hadn't been able to understand at all were right before my eyes, starting to snap into place all by themselves. Okay, I couldn't even remember to close my open mouth. My throat grew completely dry. My throat. Is it really alright for this to be the answer? Really? Really? No, the gold has to be in the island! I'm dumb, the gold has to be in the island because that's where Evan Rosa found it. I'm dumb. What? Why did I even think that it might have been somewhere else? Of course not. It's in the island somewhere. If you figure out what the Sweetfish River running through the home of old is, yes. Yes. So if you figure out what the beloved home of old is, we directly find out what this village stuff means. We directly find out this key and the shore that you speak of. All those should connect if you find out this home of old. I guess. At least it did forever.
そういうことよ。エヴァも その書物を読んで確かめるまでは川を下った里のことはわからなかったみたいです。
Okay.
くそ、その書物って何なんだ。
Just what is this book? Flashback.
これは全然6文字じゃないわ。これが答えに間違いないって断言できるけど、これは全然6文字に満たない。
Okay.
また思考停止ならそれを6文字で読める方法を考えなさい。
Think of how we could read it with 6 characters.
思いつかないなら調べなさい。きっと答えはある。それを疑ってはダメ。
There has to be an answer, you must not doubt that.
それが信じられないならとっとと泣き寝入りでもしてへそでもかんで死んじゃえば。
Sinjaiba!
1、
Congrats, you don't have to count, Eva. Congrats. 6? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
教への
She found the key. That's where she found the key. Okay. 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 Yep.
そしてエヴァは黄金鏡への鍵を見つけた。
Great.
ああ、そしてその鍵というのは6文字の何か。言葉か数字か文字列なんだ。
6 characters long. Okay.
そういうこと。鍵の正体が6つの文字だと分かれば第一の番の意味がだいぶ分かってくる。
If you know that the key's true identity is 6 characters, the meaning of the first file changed drastically. So the first file is supposed to be 6 murders, right?
第一鍵の選びし6を生贄に捧げ鍵の選びし6人
And the key is 6 characters.
6文字
In other words, it means on the first twilight, sacrifice the 6 characters chosen by the key.
この鍵がある特定の6人を指し示す。いいえ、ある特定の6つを指し示すというべきね。もしこれが文字通りに生贄を捧げろという意味でないならば、例えばアナグラムかもしれないわ。
For example, it could be an anagram.
アナグラム？文字遊びのことかね。
That's right, Kirie-san theorized this already way back then. Let's go, Kirie. Big brain.
第2の番に残されし者はとある。ということは少なくともその何かは有限の文字数なのよ。そこから6文字を抜いて残った文字で話を進めろと読み解けるの。
On the second twilight, it says those remain, which means that at the very least, that something has a finite number of characters. Okay. You could read it like it's telling you to continue the remaining characters after the 6 characters are removed. Okay.
つまり第一の6文字以上の文字列から
Uh-huh.
鍵である6文字を殺し
Uh-huh.
残った文字でどうにかしろという意味なんだ。
Uh-huh. The remaining sacrifice the 2 who were close. Wasn't that the second twilight? In other words, on the first file, we take a list of characters that's longer than 6, kill the 6 that are the key, and then do something with the characters that remain.
そういうこと。ただ当時の切り絵も言ってる。ならば何から6文字を殺せばいいの。その殺す大元の文字列がわからない。
We don't know the function of characters that we're supposed to be killing from. That's true. On the first Twilight, kill the 6 characters that are the key. On the first Twilight.
つまり第一の番という時点でもう何かの文字列が存在するということなのか。
Yes, we're apparently supposed to solve the string of characters already before we reach the first Twilight, so it has something to do with that beloved home of old, I guess.
しかし第一の番じゃ4文字しかない。
First Twilight only has 4 characters, that's wild.
他の読み方はじいさま風に英語で読むのか。第一の番ファーストナイトか。
First Night, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 5 characters, that's 10 characters, isn't it? First is 5 and Night is 5. First Night. First Night. But what's the key? What are we supposed to sacrifice then? What 6 characters out of those 10 are we supposed to sacrifice? We'll have 4 remaining. I don't get it. Oh. Okay. Good? Okay, that's definitely your catchphrase. Great.
バトラさんのその考え、なかなかです。
Thank you, Furudo, Erika.
鍵の選びし6人の生贄を6文字の文字列と読み解く。柔軟な発想だと思います。鍵が鍵の形状をしたものとは限りませんから。
Key-shaped objects are not the only kinds of keys. This is true. I think it's a good place to end this part, though. I think I'll end this part right here, and then we'll continue on with the research next part. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. More epitaph solving, I'm sure, coming by next part. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. Wow, I feel like we've made progress, but also we haven't made progress. Like we've gotten some answer, but we also haven't gotten any answer because I still, you know, I mean, you know, the hints are getting bigger, but I don't think I'm getting any closer. I still have not understood what the development home of old actually is, but the visual novel has clearly given me a lot of hints here. So maybe by now a lot of people have figured it out, but I have not, unfortunately. But maybe next time we'll get even more hints to what all this could mean, and then we can go from there and try to solve it even deeper. Who knows? But yeah, for now, I'll see you guys next time. Alright, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading it. And yeah, peace.